Hey, man. I'm just calling to let you know I'm starting my live show here out at the boat base. So I just wanted to make sure you're awake. And I know you've got an appointment this morning, so I wanted to make sure you're... Oh, we'll speak to it. 7:30. Okay, we're just doing our setups. It's 7:30 in the morning here at Vancouver, the harbor. Lots of things getting prepared for our float plane morning. They're getting the aircraft ready. I'm just doing some of my final setups as well. So I'll just leave the camera pointed in this direction, and pretty soon we'll be starting engines as it is coming up on the legal time for the aircraft here to be able to start their engines here in the harbor. This is JetFlix. We're at Vancouver Harbour, downtown Vancouver, BC, Canada. And as I say, I'm just doing my final setups here, and hope you're all doing well. But I'll be with you on a more formal basis in just a few minutes. So yeah, I just want to let you know that I'm here, and if I'm a little bit quiet, I do apologize. I'm just sharing my stream to my various channels, etc. So yeah, hello Esther. Esther L's #1 in the house, so congratulations to Esther. Just sharing the show to my my Facebook and my other various media. I am now live at downtown Vancouver Harbour Float Base. You're all doing well. So we've got some passengers boarding the Twin Otter there in the back. I guess that's going to be one of our morning departures. Oh well, Facebook seems to be down, so I'm not going to be sharing. I won't be able to share the show to my various groups or anything right now. Okay, one more try here while we watch these passengers board. 7:30. That is the 7:30 flight to Victoria there. It is 7:31 a.m. here in Vancouver. So pretty soon we should have our first departure, which will be this aircraft here, this Twin Otter, heading to Vancouver Island, heading over to Victoria. Well, I think we're all good. I'll now come back to the chat here, see how you guys are doing. Paul Marriott, congratulations, Paul. 2125. Paul's been a member for an incredible 15 months. Thank you so much, joining us from Thailand. And I'd like to welcome everybody to the show. Philip Ansett, Gerard Smith, and we've got TPV 903 from Sedona, Arizona. Wow, okay, fires. So he says we've got C-130s and an MD-87 that have been fighting fires down there. And we've got Karen Monson. Welcome, Karen. Welcome to the show. Jay Demara, thank you. And Rui, thank you so much. So glad to see we've got a handful of people here. And as I say, we're just getting our Twin Otter ready for our first departure of the show this morning. So yeah, this airplane's being prepped for engine start in the next few minutes for the flight over to Victoria, British Columbia, the beautiful capital of our province. And that's going to be a nice flight. So again, I'd like to welcome you all to the show. Looks like pilots are getting ready to start engines here. I love the sound of burnt kerosene and the smell of burnt kerosene and the sound of PT6 in the morning. It's lovely, lovely. Can't wait. Good morning, Karen. Yeah, that's right. You're getting yourself some coffee. I did get some coffee myself. I was up at, it's a 5:30 wake-up call for me to be out here for 7:30. So, yeah. Rolled out of bed at 5:30, down into the kitchen at 0600, and getting the caffeine, some water, read the news of the day. Big news day today. Putin and Trump are meeting in Alaska to see if they can come up with a framework to end the Ukraine war. So that would be fantastic if they can put their metal to it and get that on the road to resolution. So that's the big news that I heard on the radio today driving into downtown Vancouver. So we'll have to see if that can happen. When people look back at this video in months and years ahead, they'll be able to put a historical reference to this time and place. So yeah, I thought I'd share that. There's the windsock. See, the windsock is very much alive, so we definitely have some wind here. Hello, John Bowden. High point of the week, props, pontoons, and water. I appreciate that. It's nice to be here. It's a high point for me too. I like to be here. It's just nice. It's a very nice place. I'm just here, all out here by my lonesome, with the three of us, me, myself, and I, and you guys, of course. Soaking up the action, no pun intended. Hello, Donna Davey. Good to see you, Donna. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, we're just waiting for this beautiful Twin Otter to start engines in the next few seconds they should be lighting up those PT6s. In the meantime, we have a fellow here doing some checks on this closer twin otter. He's checking the oil. You have to have good non-slip shoes for that job. So yeah, so double twin otters, double toil and trouble. We've got 2 twin otters right in front of us, plus another one on the west pontoon as well. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. Are there flights to Ucluelet? I'm sure there are. I don't know that there's scheduled service, but there's definitely flights to Ucluelet. You can always charter your own Beaver for that, if the budget can allow. I'm not. I guess some of these carriers must have an on-demand service to Ucluelet, I'm guessing. So, looks like he's getting ready to light those engines up for us. Hello, Bill Bimel. There we go. Dr. Bill Bimel, welcome. Happy to provide the service. Speaking of service, this is our first service out of the harbor this morning over to Victoria, lighting up those engines. There we go. I'm going to get that burnt smell of kerosene any second, I hope. There we go. Showtime. Yikes. Beautiful stuff. Puppies up. It's a nice view, isn't it? Definitely like the view. Beauty. Top notch. Oh, he's doing an engine test on this aircraft here as well. He's testing the PT6. Beautiful stuff. It's a beautiful view. Beautiful, absolutely. I love it. Love it to pieces. Isn't that nice? Wow. Yeah, the Twin Otter closest to me is doing an engine run up. Trucks away. Trucks away. There he goes. Attaboy. Attaboy. What a beautiful view. Stunning. There we go. Passengers are coming out for this airplane. No, they're coming out for the turbo, actually. Let's see where this Twin Otter is going to pour on the metal. Waiting with bated breath. There we go. Spray is on. Spray is on. Harmonics. Harmonics. Very nice, if I dare say so. Climbing like a bat out of hell. Yeah, you can see the weather's changed. We've got a change coming, apparently, according to the weather report that I heard this morning. We've got very significant rain coming tomorrow, so which we will need. Yes, heavy rains are on the way. That'll help any fires, certainly on Vancouver Island, and I know they've got a bad one over there right now. So, very much appreciated from the weather gods. Keep them coming. Yeah, look at him fly that Twin Otter. He's flying it like a hot rod. Look at the climb performance on it too. Those PT6 engines don't mess about. Climb like it's nobody's business. So, back to terra firma, or I should say back to aqua firma. We have passengers boarding this Turbo Otter in the Canada flag colors for our next flight. I'm guessing it's probably the Nanaimo service. And we have a first inbound, actually. We've got our first water. Oh, isn't this nice? Round engine action. Round engine action for us. Beautiful Beaver. Look at this. Hear that piston pounding? Ooh, yeah. Bit of wing wobble. Gulf Island Seaplanes makes a beautiful appearance as our first arrival here. Nice to see these guys looking fantastic. Absolutely stunning. Love the color scheme on the aircraft too, with the Haida roundel there behind the window. Hello, David Underwood. Welcome to the show, David. I hope you're doing well. Bit of wind. We've got a bit of wind. Oh, that was really lovely, actually. Great way to start the day. PT6 Twin Otter departure followed within a minute or two of this beautiful Beaver arriving from Gulf Island Seaplanes. As I say, love the color scheme on it. FHRT. Wow. I remember a while ago, maybe it was last month, one of the pilots came up to say hello. So yeah, if you are so inclined, check out their website. These guys have a very nice website. It's a First Nations owned company. It's owned by a husband and wife team, and what a great company they have. Any company that has a Beaver that looks like this, that's a great company in my books. Yeah, there she comes. I wonder if it's the same pilot. Might be. Is that him? Maybe not. Because he did come up to say hello to me. Oh, look at that. They've even got the roundels on the top of the wing. Isn't that nice? Beautiful, beautiful paint detail. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Okay. Nice action here at the dock. Hello, Noise Bloom. Welcome to the show. And Mixter A350. Fantastic noise. And we're about to get some PT6 noise here. They've pushed this Otter back to the end of the dock there so as not to interfere with the arrival of the Beaver. And I guess they're going to be lighting up the engine here in just a second. I've got to show you guys something, actually. This is very, very amazing. That red orb up in the sky is what we refer to as the sun. Look at that. That is the sun, not the moon. That is the sun. Fantastic. Wow. Well, I'm glad we've got some cover here for me. Makes the filming nicer. We don't have the backlit scenario that we have to struggle with when it's full-on sun. And my ankles don't burn to a crisp, so that's good too. Hello, James Sirkit. Welcome to the show. James flew on a Beaver 50 years ago. Yep, they're doing great service. I'm sure it's the same Beaver still flying here today, or wherever you happen to fly on it. And hello, Captain B777. Welcome to the show from CYHZ. Hope all is well in YHZ. Hope your weather is good. It's a nice morning here. It's about 15 degrees. We've got well, you can see the windsock here. We definitely have some wind. Temperature is good though. I'm not at all roasting. And we've got an airplane lighting up over here, right there. Maybe this, so I wonder, yeah, we could have simultaneous engine starts. That's a thing. That's a thing. I appreciate you guys showing up. See, we have 74 people in the house, so I'd like to thank each and every one of you 74 people for being here. Definitely appreciate it. So this is our next movement. This is going to be our next engine light. Okay, so our Canada flag turbo is starting up right now. This guy is starting up. No shortage of action. That's why I like to come here. It's a good mix of traffic here. Lots of floaters. Karen reports that it's 15 degrees. So yeah, 15 is 60. That's right. You double and add 30. That's the conversion. Double it and add 30 is your approximate conversion. Ooh, a bird just flew past me. It was a seagull. I could feel the wind from his wings. That's how close he was. So he did a very tight recon fly past to see what I was doing. Unbelievable how close he flew to me. Beautiful. We've got spray. Excellent stuff. Oh yeah, beautiful. Love the takeoff here. Look at the harbor action. It's just magnificent. The ships in the background. What a beautiful, beautiful sight this is to behold. Oh, birds. And we got a lander. I'm going to see if I can do this quick, because I can't mess about. I can't prat about. There we go. Sea Airs alighting before us with their beautiful caravan. Well done, Sea Air. Nice bounce, bit of chop. That was a well done maneuver. Tons of action for us. I love the light. I love this cloud. Oh, the sun's completely disappeared now behind the cloud. Completely disappeared. They're predicting the rains to start by this evening. So, as I say, it'll be very welcome for those fighting fires. We got another turbo. Double turbos. There you go. That's the general scene here this morning. Absolutely magic. And we're going to have spray here in just a second. I think this guy's going to be pouring on the spray. Yeah, there goes the spray. Spray is on. Bit of rudder action for us. Great angle. Nice. Wobble wobble. C-bus there in the upper left-hand corner. Climbing like a homesick angel. And we've got spray, double spray, right there. Not much effort there to get that beautiful de Havilland off the water. C-bus. There's the C-bus right underneath the left side port side wing. Isn't that neat? The turn. Okay, showtime. We got another showtime here. Let's bring the camera back down to the dock. And our Sea Air is looks like he's starting engines. No, he's shutting down engines. We got another aircraft starting engine right there. FHAA, Alpha Alpha, lighting up its PT6. Busy morning, Mixter, indeed. No rest for the wicked. No, changed its. I thought the engine shut down, but it didn't. Yeah, it's busy, just the way we like it. So while that's getting ready, we've got a bunch of activity happening here over at the caravan. Lots of passengers getting ready to board their flight. that. Isn't that what a busy scene that is? Isn't that nice? Quite like it. I quite like it. There's the windsock. Very enthusiastic. Hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, the light's good just because it's flat light. When with video, flat light is always better than sun because the sun causes high contrast and your darks and the lights get all blown out. Especially, yeah, it's got its challenges, but with flat light, everything's all looking nice and sharp. We don't have any blown out highlights. I wonder if this guy's gonna hit the pedal to the metal. Right about there. We shall see. We shall see what the water gods have in. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. The spray is on. Let it rock. Dull moment at the float base. Wow. Nice. Okay, so we have another airplane taxiing out. There's the beautiful North Shore Mountains. Yeah, Vancouver is a beautiful place. And we got another Turbo Otter taxiing out for our beautiful morning. Hello, Paula. Welcome to the show, Paula. Hope you're doing well. And hello, Eye of Ra from Ireland. Welcome to the show as well. I don't think we've seen you here before, so glad you decided to pop by and have a look at what we've got going on here at the Vancouver Harbour this morning. It's a float plane show, so lots of wet action, lots of spray, a little bit of wildlife thrown in. Maybe we'll get to see some interesting birds, aviation variety. So we've got one turbo here, and we've got another turbo right there. So double turbos in play here. Just giving you guys a bit of a general view of the proceedings. Okay, I hear throttles. Fabulous start to the morning. Coffee, burnt kerosene, and spray. Oh! Up. You can do it? Yeah, attaboy. Oh. Aggressive climb there. Lots of obstacles to contend with here when you're a float plane. Oh, we got rest for the wicked. I love the harmonics. Ooh, beautiful climb profile. He's empty, right? So he can climb like a bat out of hell. It's beautiful. Magic. Absolutely stunning. Yeah, that airplane, I'm guessing, only has a few passengers on it because he was able to... oh, we got another engine being lit up here. Sea Air, very quick turnaround on their Caravan. It's lighting up right now. Is that not even 10 minutes? Mr. Gigo. Wow. Super good. Good action. Hello, Hans Olaf Morik. Welcome to the house. Glad to see that you made it, Hans. Thank you so much for being here. Well, I think I'm all by myself right this particular moment. Some of our moderators haven't woken up, and one AvGeek girl's actually en route to Vancouver. She was supposed to arrive last night, but her flight was canceled, so she's operating out of New York, or I should say Newark, to Vancouver this morning. So she'll arrive, but after the show is over. So one AvGeek girl's at altitude, and our other mods are still, shall we say, it's a bit early, 8:03 Vancouver time. So they'll be here soon, perhaps, but I should be okay. I should be able to hold down the fort. Hello, Ayav Ra. Nice to see you, Ayav Ra. Yeah, lots of. Oh, there we go. There we go. That it. Look at that. The spray is on. Nice. Nice stuff. Lots of power. The Caravan is not short of power. Yeah, it gets out of the water very quickly. Beautiful. Yeah, PT6 engine. I mean, it's a powerful engine, and you know, when you marry it with a Caravan or turbo Otter, it's got a lot of pep to it, and that airplane can get out of the water quite quick. Looks like effortlessly, doesn't it? Okay, so let's turn our camera towards the west, because we got some neat things happening here. We've got a Harbour Air Caravan maneuvering around the dock there, and we've got the Beaver, we've got a tour boat, lots of water action happening here. I wonder why the Beaver's heading down there. We'll just keep an eye on it. Just keep an eye on it. Yeah, everybody's pretty well behaved, so thank goodness we don't have to have some, we don't need heavy duty mod for keeping the rowdies down. So we're generally a very well behaved crowd, so that's very nice. Here's our inbound from Victoria, Twin Otter. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, look how close he was to the boat. Holy camole. That was interesting. That was interesting. If I dare say so. It looked close. Let's put it that way. Okay, so Twin Otter safely down. What's happening over here? Who's next? Beaver or Mr. Caravan? Who's next? Well, looks like Caravan might be next. See if he's going to light up that spray for us. Wow. I'm waiting. Mel W, member for 16 months. Congratulations, Mel. Thank you very much. Very much appreciate that support. Mel W, thank you very much for your long-term support of the channel. Spray is on. That's a heavily laden airplane. We saw a lot of passengers and goods and cargo being loaded onto that aircraft at the dock several minutes ago. So, a bit of a longer run there, and as you can see, it's a little bit more effort involved. And it doesn't quite have that bat out of hell climb profile. Okay, it's Beaver time, folks. It's Beaver time. Right there. Piston pounding action. Nice. Beautiful. Love a round engine in the morning. Yeah, magic. To have one Canada Beaver. Okay. Oh, there we go. I lost it. I took my eye off the camera just for a second. See what was going on here. You guys can see that it's overcast here this morning. Definitely cooler. It's not I'm not at all sweating. Not pouring buckets of sweat. And the Beaver's on its way. We've got another aircraft setting up on approach here for us. And there she blows right there. Oop. Up, up, up. I got it. I got it. It's a turbo Beaver. I'm guessing it's Sea Airs. It's a turbo Beaver. PT6 engine on a Beaver becomes a turbo Beaver. Gives it a lot more performance than the PT6 engine or the piston engine. No, I thought this was a Beaver. It's actually an Otter. My bad. My bad. Yeah, it looks like they're close to the boat, so maybe they're not. Twin Otter was similar, wasn't it? Nice. I like that. That was very nice. Great way. Yeah, again, Mel W. Thank you so much, Mel. Appreciate that. Very much appreciate that support. Yes, Noise Bloom, we're a pretty well-behaved group. We don't have too many radicals. very nice morning here, Vancouver. Comfortable. A couple of days ago, it was a sweltering heat. It was 30 degrees Celsius, so 90-ish. The humidity was there as well, so definitely had to be running the AC packs. And we've got another aircraft on approach. Let's see if I can zoom in on it right there. This is a Turbo Beaver. Sea Air. Nice. Beautiful landing on the Beaver. Nice stuff. Very nice. Backwards. And we got another arrival. The flashing lights, especially for us, it's saying hello to you guys. Flashing the lights to say, here I am. Gives you a little bit of a pulled back view, so you can, I'll zoom in here, right, yeah, there, for the touchdown. Nice. Well done. And here's our Turbo Beaver pulling in to the dock. Dockhand is waiting patiently. Great action. It's nice. It's quite nice. Yeah, we're a well-behaved group, which is great. Tend not to attract the spammers and the raving lunatic fringe. Which is great. And here comes our Turbo Otter. Right there. Really pleasant morning here in Vancouver. The news, two news items. Heavy rain coming to Vancouver starting this evening. Heavy rain. Major saturation of the coast, which will be very good news, especially for those fighting the fires that are burning. There's a very bad fire burning right now on Vancouver Island. I think it might be in the Port McNeill region. If that's the name of the place. But yeah, there's a very, very bad fire, and they said it literally, to use their terminology, exploded in size yesterday. So if we can get a huge dumping of rain, that will be very helpful. And apparently it's going to be starting around midnight this evening and will continue at very heavy levels into tomorrow. So that'll be good. That'll be good. And it's good for us, right? Because it's happening when we need it. That's a pleasing view. Look at all those de Havillands. Every airplane in the frame is built by de Havilland of Canada. Excellent. It doesn't get more Canadian than this, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the two Beavers, 3 Otters, and a twin Otter. That is pure Canadiana, if I've ever seen it. Magic. Just love it. That is your Canadian, real 100% pure Canadian screensaver right there. All Canadian. Esther says Ontario is very dry and they need rain as well. Well, I sure hope that you can get some as well. We're looking forward to, for our rains to start tonight, Esther. So yes, we'll be getting very saturated. So yeah, the big news on the radio this morning is the rain that's coming to Vancouver and the Putin-Trump summit in Alaska. Will it be historical or will it be a flop? That is the question. That is the question. Will today be an historical day that ends the Ukraine war, or will it be a dud? So that's the news on the radio. So if people are watching this stream in the future, they'll wonder what the hell we're talking about, or they'll say, oh my goodness, that was the day. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what transpires with the 2 big news items happening actually on the news here in Vancouver as I drove my vehicle into the downtown core this morning. So that's your news. That's your news item for the drive into Vancouver. No other news other than that, really, other than traffic news. That was it. That was it. Local news and international news. But what a view this is. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 airplanes in frame. Every one of them is built in Canada, which is magic. Magic. Absolutely magic. Loving it. Yeah, I love this screensaver. Look at it. It's just such a nice sight. It's a sight to behold. Definitely love my DHAV Canada aircraft. Wow. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys had a good week. Of course, we're now into the last 2 weeks of summer. So, although it was the dog days of summer 2 days ago when it was over 30 degrees, but now it's no longer the dog days of summer. We've definitely got a very fall-like feel this morning. It's, as I said, about 15 degrees. There's a wind, so definitely not hot at all. And as we move into this rainy period, it's not going to be hot either. So whether we get a return of the hot weather, hard to say. We'll have to see. We'll definitely have to see how that pans out. We're just waiting for showtime. Well, people are starting to mill around here because I guess the Hullo boat will be showing up. It'll be poking its nose around the corner any second. And while we're waiting, maybe I'll just give you guys a little bit of a harbor tour. So, this is our famous Canada Place Harbor and Convention Center. We do have one cruise ship berthed on the east side of Canada Place. You can see it. You can see the stacks just on the other side of the dock. But yes, Canada Place. was developed roughly at the time of Expo 86, and it replaced the old CN and CP rail and shipping yards that were there from the 1950s. So yeah, they opened up Canada Place for Expo 86, and we don't have any cruise ships here right now, but at least this, and because we don't have the sun pouring in, it gives me a chance to show you what Canada Place looks like. We're going to move our camera back around to our Sea Air, taxiing off the dock. That'll be our next departure. And I'm watching my battery on my camera. Just so you guys know, I'm not asleep at the wheel. It's at 34%. So we've got a little bit of breathing room, but the battery can collapse very quickly, as we all know. So I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm paying attention. I'm not dozing off. Let's see. A little bit of a wind, if I dare say so. Well, that little guy maybe he's going to take off starting there, which will be nice. Yep, there she goes. I hear the change in, you can hear it too. Beautiful. Very short run there on the water. Nice climb. I think I hear another engine belching to life. I thought I did. Maybe not. Maybe it was my imagination. On hearing something. Oh, it's a helicopter coming in. The helicopter's kind of right up there. Yeah, that's the helicopter. And our Beaver. Where's Mr. Beaver? Crikey, where the heck is it? I lost. Oh, there it is. Okay, right there. Climbing nicely. Okay, back down to Aquafirma. So who are those guys? If they're passengers? Lucky devils? No, they're workers. I think they've got vests on. I think they're workers. They're worker bees. Okay, and we've got a PT6 about to light up right over. I think it might be this one here. Maybe. I think so. Oh no, it's the twin. It's the twin. Right there. There we go. Battery's at 29%, so I am watching it quite closely. Again, I'm not asleep at the wheel. I'm not dozing off. Another Twin Otter departure for us. I love that sound. Nothing but de Havillands as far as the eye can see. Hello, Dante de Piazza. Welcome to the show, Dante. Nice to see you here. Are float planes harder to pilot? That's a good question. Yes, I'm going to say they are more difficult. The water is probably a lot more difficult than a runway, just because there's so many other variables that come into play. You've got the chop on the water. You've got obstacles. I think the answer would be yes from my side. Winds can change and chop. Let's wait for that harmonic. Three, two, one. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Come on. Just waiting patiently. Just waiting for that right second. Well, there we go. There we go. That's it. That's it. That is it. That's all she wrote. Spray is on. Nice. Very nice. Very nice climb profile, actually. Very cool. He'll make the turn there in just a second. Should make a turn to the left. Yes. Okay. Maybe this is something different. Maybe it's going to a different destination. Usually they make a turn to the left quite soon after takeoff, but this aircraft is maybe going elsewhere. Where? I don't know. Maybe it's a charter. Who knows? Who knows? Oh well. Yeah, it's going somewhere else. It's not going to one of our usual destinations, so it's going to the interior. It's going to the interior. And here's our Hullo boat, by the way, coming in from Nanaimo, right there. That's Hullo. Passenger service, alternate to the BC ferry. They operate strictly between Vancouver and Nanaimo at this point in time. So walk-on service. No vehicles, just walk-on foot traffic. So you can travel between downtown Vancouver and downtown Nanaimo on Hullo. There it is. So giving these guys some good publicity. That is the Hullo. Okay, oh, I had another bird fly by me at very close proximity. Wow. Oh, too bad I couldn't film him. I should have tried. Wow. There's the windsock. Socking it to us. Nice. Lonsdale Quay. Okay. In the background. Been a lot of development over there in North last several years. My battery's at 22%, so I'm thinking after this airplane takes off, I might do a battery change just to get it out of the way. That's what I'm thinking. We're waiting patiently. You can see the seawall in the background there. That's it. Here comes the spray. Nice. Yeah, look at all the development there in North Van. A lot of development in recent years. That's the dock, North Van. Look at the, yeah, you can see a lot of development there. Condos and commercial development. Nice to see the large Canadian flag. Excellent. Those are, I guess, those are the dry docks and ship repair yards. Excellent to see the flag. I won't do a rendition of "O Canada" though, but I will do a battery change. So I'm just going to get my battery ready, and we're going to do a countdown. And bear with me here, folks. We're going to do a countdown for battery change. Countdown for battery change. So let's do, I'll just pull the zoom back, and we're going to do our battery change just to get it out of the way. So stand by, folks. We're going to do our battery change here in just a second. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I'm doing a battery change. I'll be back in just a second, folks. I'll be back in just 1 second. Painless, I think we've got the Hullo coming in. We're back in black. Okay, there we are. Here's Hullo, putting in a beautiful appearance for us. JD is joining us from Kimberley, BC. Hope all is well in Kimberley. Pulling into the dock. Lots of passengers milling about here waiting to board their ship. Service to Nanaimo. There it is. Coming in, and here's the pilots doing their navigational work. That's it. Welcome to Vancouver, folks. That's it. Ships ahoy! There we go. Hullo has officially arrived. Time tying her into place. Great. Nice stuff. Too bad we don't get to see any whales here. It would be neat to see a breaching whale for us on our show. Now that would be something special, right? Breaching whale. Humpback whale action for us here on the show. Okay, we got a lander. Got a lander coming in. Oh, my camera's gone off kilter. Let me just get the level right. It's gone a little bit off kilter. Give me 1 second. Let's get my level back. Oh, there we go. There we go. Something like that, I think, is maybe a bit better. And we got our... Okay. There's our inbound. Nice stuff. Textbook landing. It was textbook. Pretty decent landing there for that. So Donna Davey says, Henry, check out the Sea to Sky Highway wildlife sightings page. They have a chat. And when the whales are around, they let you know. Oh, really? So, that would be neat. Sea to Sky Highway wildlife sightings page. When I'm relaxed with my feet up, I'll definitely have a look at that. When the whales are around. Yeah, that would be amazing to have them here on our show. Doing backflips. That would be incredible. Hello, Glade Thomas. Welcome to the show, Glade Thomas. Okay, we've got another aircraft, starting engine right here, right there, getting ready to leave the dock. One departs, one arrives. It's kind of nice. It's the action, right? Lots of good action for us. beam us, which is good. It's kind of a nice view. It's windy, definitely windy. It feels like there's a major, like if you just, I was going to show you how people are dressed today. Yeah, look, I mean, see how people are dressed? It's chilly, right? People are not very, it's not hot weather stuff right now. So I just wanted to show you, these are the people coming off the boat. That's Lonsdale Quay right there. Just kind of passed it in the frame. It's for the sea bus parks. Oopsie daisy. There we go. Turning around, heading to the island. So yeah, Lonsdale Quay is, where was it? Kind of the head of, that's central Lonsdale right there. The sea bus kind of parks in there, I believe. Right there. Yeah, that's it. There's lower Lonsdale, and then they've built a lot of condominiums right there, as you can see. Good location though, because you can be in downtown Vancouver in 10 minutes on the sea bus, so very good location. And then upper Lonsdale, you just go up the hill, and Lonsdale is like the main shopping district, main commercial district of North Vancouver. And you can see they've got a lot of development that's happened there. Lots of towers have mushroomed up and are continuing to mushroom up, as you can see. So yeah, lots of development. I mean, compared to 20 years ago, it's really quite something, the amount of development that they've had there in North Vancouver. West Vancouver hasn't had that level of development. West Vancouver's just on the other side of the Lionsgate Bridge. But yeah, North Vancouver, which is what we're looking at right now, yeah, lots of commercial and residential tower development. So yeah, West Vancouver is situated, I'll just show you where it is. You head over the Lionsgate Bridge right there, and then you head west. And this is West Vancouver, but it's mostly residential. As I say, it doesn't have the same level of tower development that they've done in North Vancouver. So yeah, just thought I'd share that tidbit with you. And look at all the passengers waiting to board the Hullo. You can see you can see how people are dressed, right? It's cool. It's cool. The weather's cooler, a lot cooler now. And hello, Marnie. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. And hello, the galley. Welcome to our show as well. People are, yeah, dressed for cooler temperatures for sure. And yeah, these people are all waiting to board the boat, the Hullo boat, heading over to Nanaimo. So that's what this throng of teeming hordes are waiting for. Waiting to board their Hullo boat from Vancouver, heading over to downtown Nanaimo. And here's our float base. It's gotten a little bit emptier, I might say. So, but the wind, my goodness, the wind is picked up. And it's blowing it off the water, so it's definitely having a cooling effect here. Definitely having a cooling effect. And who's on the obs deck? few people. Some birds enjoying the action. Fellow having his coffee. Great place to hang out and relax. Doesn't get better than that, in my opinion. But if you have a look here, we've got several layers of obs deck. Even we've got that, and then we've got another layer up here with more obs deck. So lots of obs deck action. Lots of places to soak up the action here. Great obs decks. Great obs decks. Great places for watching the action. This is these condominiums here, these towers. That's Cole Harbour. It's Cole Harbour. And the very famous Bayshore Hotel, right there. That's the Bayshore Hotel, one of Vancouver. Well, it's now called the Westin, but it was the Bayshore. There used to be a Trader Vic's restaurant there back in the 70s and late 60s, which I well remember. And that was one of Vancouver's major high-end hotels back in the day, the Bayshore Hotel. And it would attract people like Frank Sinatra. You know, that kind of visitor would stay at the Bayshore Hotel back in the 70s. Yeah, that was where all the celebrities used to stay in Vancouver in the 60s and 70s, at the Bayshore. Luxury yacht coming out. Nice piece of kit that is. Very nice piece of kit. For some maybe nice wild. Ooh, boy, the birds are flying past me quickly. Not with enough warning for me to put them on camera. Yeah, it's just bog standard seagull. I was hoping for something a little bit more exotic for us. Oh, I think they're getting ready to start engines on the Twin Otter. Maybe. Yeah, I think so. Beacons are on. Yeah, that's getting ready to start engines, I think. We'll leave the camera pointed here for just a second. Hello, Glenn's Aviation Love. Yeah, it is windy. It is windy. Definitely windy. The windsock is very much alive and enthusiastic. PT6 coming to life. Excellent, if I dare say so. Hello, Gary. Welcome to the show, Gary. Gary, we're getting some of your weather here starting tonight. It's going to be heavy saturation starting. Tomorrow will be a very wet and soggy day here in Vancouver, so your Queen Charlotte weather has finally come down to us, and the temperatures dropped by about 50%. We were at 30 degrees Celsius and we're now at 15 degrees Celsius. So the temps have dropped like a stone here. Nice to see you, Gary. Thanks for hanging out with us. But it's, yeah, cool. Double PT6s. Lovely stuff. Well, yeah, just figuratively speaking, Gary, we appreciate getting all the wet and nasty weather you can send us. got too many forest fires burning out of control, including the super bomb fire over on Vancouver Island. Chop has picked up, right? Just look at the water. It was calmer, but now we've got some chop happening. I'll show you the windsock. There you go. So definitely we've got wind, and it's not all me. Wrong way. He's going the wrong way, the silly sod. Somebody should tell that pilot to turn around. There we go. That's it. Much better. Okay. Okay, well. Oh. Is he pouring on the coal there? Maybe. Maybe. It is cold, actually. It's not hot. Look at him porpoise. He's porpoising, right? So that tells you, yeah, it's definitely not as calm as it could be. We've seen calmer, haven't we? He's waiting right there for showtime. He's waiting for clearance. That's it. That's it. That's it. Engines are changing. Look at that. Rock and roll. Here comes the harmonics. Up and away. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a twin otter on floats. Okay, there's the turn. There's the procedure turn to the left. there for a second. Okay. Well, that was a nice one. That was very nice. Meanwhile, back at the dock. Got another lander. I can see the landing lights being flashed. Right. Where is it? Center frame. There is a lander somewhere there. It is center frame. Twin Otter on floats. Approaching. Right about there. And the wind is something. There's change afoot with the weather. Definitely feel that. What can I say? The season's changing. It certainly feels like it. Definitely feels like it. Yeah, it is chilly here now. It is chilly because of the wind, right? The wind is off the water, and it's windy. And it's definitely not warm at this point. I mean, you can see how the people are dressed, right? I mean, look at how these guys are dressed, and you can see it. They're not dressed for warmth, or they're not dressed for blowing hot temps. Definitely, it's cool. Got another lander coming in right there, center frame. That's the red Canada Post, Canada flag turbo water. Embraer is down and who's on its way. Off they go to Nanaimo. Lucky Devils. Oh, whoa! I was asleep at the wheel, folks. I was asleep at the wheel. I was dozing. That guy snuck out without me even seeing. Look at that. Great action. 2 float planes, 1 boat. Lots of stuff happening. Lots of stuff happening. Hello, Susan Turner. Welcome to the show, Susan. It's foggy in Nanaimo, and you saw the snowbirds come through. I'm glad to hear that. I guess the snowbirds were on their way to Comox. It's nice that you got to see the snowbirds. That's wonderful. Yeah, foggy in Nanaimo. And look at us here. We don't have fog, but it's cold. I'm going to call it as cold just because it's windy here up on the balcony that I'm standing on. And the temperature's not very warm. But you know what? I think I'll take this over sweltering heat. I'll definitely take this over the sweltering heat. No question about that. You guys are doing well. Hope you guys are enjoying the show, our water show, our saggy water show. Yeah. On the 150-year Canada livery Otter. And things have gotten quiet just for a little bit here, temporarily. As our first passenger's off. That guy's underdressed for the weather. He's dressed for Phoenix. He's dressed for 30, but he got 15. Well, everybody's underdressed for the proceedings today. Maybe it'll warm up. We'll see. We shall see. Pilots out. Pilots out, and what a nice arrival. Very nice arrival here at Vancouver. Yeah, so 15 degrees is 60 basically Fahrenheit. Maybe there's a wind chill, right? Because of the wind, so maybe that's causing it to be feeling colder than it is, perhaps. It's only a guess. It's only a guess. Yes. Well, I think these people had a nice flight, getting their stuff. It's been too long since I've had a float plane ride. Hopefully one AvGeek girl and I will be able to have a float plane ride between now and the end of the summer. We'll see. We'll just have to play it by ear, really, and see how things pan out. If I had my choice, I'd prefer to fly on the Twin Otter. I mean, I'd be happy with any float plane, of course, but if I just had a choice, I would prefer the Twin Otter. Still passengers coming off and getting their bags. That's pretty much it. Everybody's safely here. Hello, Mario Rios. Mario says, "Hi Henry, I'm watching your great show." Oh, I can't pronounce it, but you're watching it from Mexico. Nice to see the Vancouver Harbour action. My family and I were visiting beautiful Vancouver and Victoria back in late September of 2017. Well, thank you, Mario, for saying hello. It's a great pleasure to see you here watching our show, and hopefully you and your family will come back and visit us again, and you'll enjoy another nice visit to Vancouver. I'm hoping that will happen. And thank you so much for explaining that. That's wonderful. And great that you're watching our show from Chihuahua, Mexico. Wow, that's wonderful. Paula says, where would you both fly? I think my preference, if I was going to have a float plane flight or try to organize one, from here to Victoria. Definitely Victoria. Myself, I prefer Victoria, just because it has, the nice harbor. It's beautiful. I like Victoria, right? It's old. It's named after Queen Victoria, so old. It's very English. It's old English. It's got the harbor and float plane action and the Empress Hotel. It's just, I would prefer to go to Victoria. There's a lot more to see and do in downtown Victoria than there is in... I'm not knocking Nanaimo, it's just that there's more to see. If you're a tourist, there's more to see and do in Victoria than there is in Nanaimo. That's just how it is. And they don't fly the Twin Otter to Nanaimo. They only fly the Twin Otter to Victoria. So that's another reason why I would prefer to fly to Victoria. So again, I'm not knocking Nanaimo. I'm sure Nanaimo is a very nice place to live, and they do have a nice harbor and float base. But yeah, there you go. That's the situation there. Hello, EGPX. Welcome to the show. I hear an engine turning. And we just move right down the dock to planes to here. And that's where we have our action. Right there. Oh, the sun is now punching through the clouds and I'm getting some warmth, which is great. I can feel it on my back. Yeah, the sun has finally punched through, and there's some warmth there. As soon as that sun comes through, there's warmth, believe it or not. So that's nice. Yeah. Thank you for joining us, EGPX. Hello, Clay H. Welcome to the show, Clay H. Nice to see you. Make sure I haven't missed anybody here. I think I've got everybody. I think I've mentioned everybody by name that's here. Owen Merrick, welcome to the show. Owen Merrick, I think I missed you. And PB477, joining our show from Stuttgart. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure I got everybody. Didn't want to leave anybody unacknowledged. If I did, I'm very, very, very sorry about that. Yeah, I think I got everybody. I think I got most of everybody. But again, if I didn't call your name out, I do apologize. I do apologize. Yeah, the sun is just punching through the clouds here, and as soon as that sun comes out, you can just feel that warmth. It just helps, right? Bounce, a little bit of bounce there, a little bit of chop, but it's less than it was 10 minutes ago, I think. Oh, there we go. Maybe. He might just do it. He might do it. Am I hearing something else? That's him. Or her. I think that's him. And yeah. Spray is on. Nice takeoff. was decent. That was decent enough. Decent enough. No complaints. No complaints. Meanwhile, back at the dock. Looks like there's a bit of a meeting going on here. Meeting of the minds. Well. Hello, Joachim Bettenhausen. Welcome to the show. Nice to see you, Joachim. I'm scouring the horizon looking for aircraft. Fireboat here. This is interesting. We haven't seen this before. This is a it's like a fire truck, but it's a boat. That's a fire truck, but it's a boat. Vancouver Fire and Rescue Service. So as I say, if there's ever a marine fire, this boat will come and provide firefighting services to the situation. Isn't that interesting? We haven't seen it before. Yeah, Vancouver Fire and Rescue Services. You can see on the top of the cabin there's a firefighting piece of equipment. But yeah, that's it. So interesting to see for sure. I've never seen it. Not yet, anyhow. And yeah, somebody's climbing into the Beaver there. I hear engines, maybe. Nope, I thought I did. So we'll just have to wait and see for our next movement, wherever it might come from. So EGPX says, I prefer flying in the Otter rather than the Chopper, as taking off and alighting in water is rather special. Oh, exactly. I have no interest in flying on the helicopter to Vancouver Island. It's twice the price of flying on the float planes. And but even if it was the same price, I'm not interested. I'd much rather go on a float plane. I have zero interest in going on the helicopter. Absolutely zero interest for me. I'd take the float plane anytime and every time over the helicopter. Okay, I have to correct myself. If they had a big helicopter, like a Chinook or an S-61, you know, like a big heavy lift helicopter, okay, yes, that would be something different to try. But the boring S-76, no thanks, not interested. Air Caravan Amphib touching down. Nice stuff. Beautiful landing. Beautiful. Lovely. Hello, Brooke McDonough. Welcome to our show. Thanks for joining. Glad you're back, and I'm glad you enjoy the videos. And Lou DeHaan joining us from an overheated Netherlands. There we go. Twin Otter time. Well, all Twin Otter takeoffs are nice takeoffs, right? No such thing as a non-nice Twin Otter takeoff there. It's a fabulous airplane. Twin engine powered, great climb profile, beautiful. There's the procedure turn, heading over to the island. Oh, I lost it. That's okay. We've got this guy coming in, so no problem. Sea Air, Caravan. Arriving at the dock. That was well done. How about JD? Well, we've had a nice show. The weather's been really good. Cool. I mean, now that the sun has come out, it's certainly warmed up the seam a bit, so it's made it warmer. But we've had a good fun show. We've had a lot of water movements, a lot of splashing about, which is what we signed up for. So that was good. And I'm just waiting to see if we get any bursts of activity here. Let's just see. I'm also looking for some wildlife to put on camera. Here comes the passengers. Not wasting any time busting a move to get to wherever they're going to. So it's been good. And hello, Anders, who's joining us from Stockholm. I'm just looking to see what's inbound. Our dock is completely emptied out. So we run this show Thursdays, starting at 7:30, and we run it for 2 hours. So we've been here for the last 2 hours, and as you can see, the dock is now pretty much empty. But when we started, of course, it was chock-a-block with de Havilland float planes, and it's been a super busy period, actually. It's the peak time for us, actually, between 7:30 a.m. and 9:30 a.m. So we've been here for the last 2 hours, soaking up the action, and it's been a good one. It's definitely been a good one. I'm scouring the horizon for aircraft to see what's coming around. Ooh, that's a washout. That's right. I'll see if that's kind of bright. So, what can I say? what can I say? I'd like to thank you all for being here with me. My name is Henry Tenby. You've been watching on JetFlix here on YouTube. And it's been a good show. I've enjoyed it. Next week, weather depending, we'll be back here again, 7:30 a.m. for a 2-hour show. And I look forward to seeing you then. So I'd like to thank you for being here. I'd like to thank you for hanging out with me. And we'll look forward to seeing everybody next week. Wishing you all a good week ahead. Thanks again, everybody. Bye-bye.